Mhm. Thank you. Thank you for the Katha. Gaur Katha. Gaur Katha is so close to us. Kṛṣṇa Katha is there. Kṛṣṇa Katha is there when Sudāmā goes to Kṛṣṇa and when he's in great need of some money so he can feed his family. So those pastimes are there in Kṛṣṇa Katha. But Kṛṣṇa was a king, Dwarakadisha. Sudāmā was a Brahmana. How Kṛṣṇa has very wonderfully gave what Sudāmā needed, though Sudāmā did not ask for it. Bhagavān. Yeah. So that's in Kṛṣṇa Lila. Sudāmā was such an austere Brahman. He was a pure devotee, austere Brahman. He didn't want to ask anything from his friend, though he was in dire need. Here Gopīnātha Paṭṭanāyaka, associates of Caitanya Mahāprabhu, they are playing their roles. One after the other, Ramachandra Puri, Chota Hardas Thakura, Gopīnātha Paṭṭanāyaka, they are playing their roles. And we could really relate to these roles. Gopīnātha Paṭṭanāyaka, he's, our Rai Ramananda, he has total of 4 brothers, all 5 of them, they were considered like Pancha Pandavas. They are the sons of Bhavananda Rai. So very close associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Rai Ramananda is, we all know, such a pure devotee, very much on a different platform. Gopīnātha Paṭṭanāyaka is the brother of Rai Ramananda. So evidently he is in a government official post, government servant, king's servant, people's servant, government servant. So it looks like for some reason the funds that he had in his custody was misappropriated, was not presented, was not saved and presented well to the treasury. And also the behavior that he had towards king's son, according to how the reading of Chaitanya Charitamrita goes, Gopīnātha Paṭṭanāyaka did not care much about king's son because he was very confident that king has a great regard for him, so king's son will not be able to do anything. So he didn't care much about king's son. And he also commented that it sounds like the king's son has some kind of neck movement disorder where he would go look at the sky and here and there every now and then. Probably had some tic disorder. So, and Gopīnātha Paṭṭanāyaka was commenting that he was saying, my horses don't go with their neck up and down, go looking at sky here and there. They should be prized better. So like that, these are the things that Gaurāṅga Mahaprabhu did not like much. So Gopīnātha Paṭṭanāyaka, he did this. And because of this, he ended up being on caṅga. King did not even know that he was on caṅga. King just wanted to get the horses back and to get the money back like that. But King's son was not very happy with Gopīnātha Paṭṭanāyaka's behavior towards him, so he directed the whole thing in a way that he could punish Gopīnātha Paṭṭanāyaka. So all this was happening. All this was happening. King did not know that. And Gopīnātha Paṭṭanāyaka is on caṅga now. All this was happening. Very tight situation. Chaitanya Mahāprabhu, he knew all this. He knew all this. So, yes, Chaitanya Mahāprabhu, Bhagavān, he is Bhaktavatsala. Bhaktavatsala. He's like a father, very affectionate, but he has to discipline his children too. So he wants to give his affection, he wants to save, but he still needs to see whatever unwanted tendencies are there within the heart that is stopping them from having pure devotion to the Lord. He has to see that those tendencies go away. That's what he's trying to do. If a rescue comes before these tendencies go away from the soul, then the soul would still, it would get caught up in this material world when the unwanted tendencies are still lingering inside. The only auspiciousness for the soul for time and all is to be in the spiritual realm with Bhagavan. Any other desires, any other tendencies of the soul, apart from that, is not auspicious for the soul, not good for the soul. But the soul being conditioned may just hold on to those tendencies, the behaviors, the desires. So those things have to go away. Sometimes if they're voluntarily taken out, put aside by the devotees, then Bhagavan doesn't have to really do anything. There is nothing for the Bhagavan to rectify in a soul. Bhagavan is always showering mercy. But we are the one holding on to the modes, like Gopīnātha Paṭṭanāyaka. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is right there. Whatever mercy he was showing on Rai Ramananda, Bhavananda Rai, it's the same mercy that is coming to the whole family. It's not that he is giving the punishment. Bhagavan always gives mercy. But it is the soul's tendency to hold on to the modes. And that causes the trouble for the jiva. So it is Gopīnātha Acharya's own unwanted tendencies towards the son of king and towards whatever inclination he had for sense gratification. This brought trouble to Gopīnātha Paṭṭanāyaka. So it was his desire that caused this situation for him. It's not that Gaurāṅga Mahaprabhu is testing him. So Gaura's mercy was there for all 5 of those brothers, and it's there on Gopīnātha Paṭṭanāyaka too. So what one beautiful thing that has happened is, because he is the devotee of the Lord. He was devotee of the Lord before too, but he became surrendered, fully surrendered devotee of the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he was put on caṅga. So before he was put on caṅga, he wasn't thinking of the Lord so intensely, and he had other desires to satisfy. But after he was put on caṅga, he knew the caṅga would be released any time, and he would be on those swords. Then there was intense purification that was going, repentance, and Sharanagati that was happening in the heart of Gopīnātha Paṭṭanāyaka. So when he was put on caṅga, his prayer was like, if you chose to release me from this situation, save me from this situation, Mahaprabhu, it is up to you. If you chose not to do anything about it, that is also fine. Very kindly allow me to meditate upon your lotus feet. That was the prayer of Gopīnātha Paṭṭanāyaka. When that prayer came into the heart of Gopīnātha Paṭṭanāyaka, then all this situation, tense situation, was there up until then. Then, and because of the words of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, of course, he is the Paramatma sitting in the heart. And none of these devotees knew how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was going to help his surrendered family of devotees. As a sannyasi, he should not interfere in any of these external dealings. And these are all everything that is not related to Bhagavan service is material, and sannyasis stay away from this. They are only there for propagation of the glories of the Lord. So, as being in the sannyasi order, he cannot go and say, please save him. Sannyasis, you don't have any relationships with anyone. So why do you come and ask? Like that. So as a sannyasi, you cannot go and directly ask to save Bhavanand Rai. And but so he has to see how he needs to send his help. So by asking everybody that you should all pray to Jagannath, the lotus feet like that, he did not himself interfere as Bhagavan, apparently. But he made the changes in the heart. He took care of the situation as a Paramatma. So the Lord, what Lord does, why He does, when, if He's going to save, when He's going to save, how He's going to send the help. We do not know. We are too small and too caught up in these cages of body and in this cage of ego, mind. We are very much caught up. We do not know how the help will come. But Bhagavan is always there. He is aware of what's happening to us. He is aware of what help is needed. And He's always seeing how that help can be sent. From His side, He has always been Karuna Sindhu. He will be Karuna Sindhu. But when we the devotees go through the very big challenges in life, all we can do is Bhagavan, like the Gopīnātha Paṭṭanāyaka's prayer. We just appeal and we let Bhagavan decide what he wants to do. But Bhagavan's daya, mercy is so wonderful that he will make the soul come out of that state where the prayer goes beyond save this body, where the prayer goes to attachment to your lotus feet. Please simply let me get attached and absorbed in your lotus feet. That's not an ordinary prayer. Even for that prayer to come from his soul, wow, that's a completely liberated platform with great attachment to the Lord. When Kunti Devi is saying, Vipada Santu Tashashvat Tatra Tatro Jagat Guru Bhavatu Adarshanam Yashyat Apunar Bhavadarshanam, she's saying, Vipada Santu Tashashvat Tatra Tatro Jagat Guru. You send everything to us, even if they're challenges, in great challenges. Keep sending, Bhagavan. If they are bringing such great attachment and absorption in your lotus feet, let there be challenges, no problem. Whatever they may be, you please keep sending. She's asking for those. Generally, the prayer is, do not send us a problem. Do not send us a problem for this bodies, family. That's generally the prayer for everybody. That's why they pray Bhagavan. But these pure devotees, they are taken to such a platform, not only asking for relief from this bodily situation, not simply meditating on the Lord, but they're saying, no, even if there are great problems, you send them. Oh, Kunti Devi. Because their priority is simply total absorption in meditation in Bhagavan. Complete meditation in the lotus feet of the Lord. Complete absorption there. That's so totally beyond Annamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Jnanamaya Kosha. That kind of prayer, that's a special mercy of Bhagavan. Special mercy of Bhagavan. difficult for the ordinary souls to take that mercy. But these great souls, because their priority is only the lotus feet of Bhagavan and intense absorption in the lotus feet of Bhagavan, as if nothing else is existing and only the lotus feet of Bhagavan. That's their priority. 101% priority. And for that priority to be fulfilled, whatever that might come upon them, they welcome it. For that 101% absorption in the lotus feet of Lord Kṛṣṇa, with great devotion and love, heights of devotion, complete pure devotion. Yeah, so the Lord does send help. How does He send? We do not know. So the Lord is always doing, always being what He is, Bhakta Vatsala. And Jiva from our side. And the situation is about our unwanted inclinations, attachments. So as that is being purified, then the help comes. But the thing is, we are all looking at the whole situation from apara vichar. We are stuck in these bodies and so tightly stuck in this I and my and mind cages. So we tend to look at everything from our side. So the most it can get to, the heights of surrender that it can get to when we are seeing from our side is what Gopīnātha Acharya prayed. This is my situation. So if the help can come, that will be wonderful, Bhagavan. If it cannot, then what can we do? That's all can happen when we are seeing the whole thing from an aparavichar, from our side. Aparavichar is non-permanent. It's not para, it's not transcendental. Apparent consideration. That's all we could get to until that prayer. But those devotees who are completely surrendered, they're in para, which are like Kunti Devi. For them, problems are not whatever the external situation might be. It's not a consideration for them. All they want is whatever you please, my total absorption in you. They are like, beyond all these platforms, beyond the body, beyond the mind, beyond. So they're not bothered much. They are not caught up with what is happening at these levels. Your desire is my desire. Whatever brings you joy. Like Srimati Radharani. Whether you trample me or embrace me, whatever your desire, no problem or anything. But please allow me to serve you. That is paravichar. For one who is totally liberated from this body, mind, intelligence, all these cages, that is aparavichar. Like that activity. So what we have heard is how the Lord is always Bhaktavatsala. He is always giving His mercy. But the Jiva, depending upon their tendencies, unwanted tendencies that tie them up to the modes. So that those are the things that are blocking from being with Bhagavan in complete absorption. Those we call it as challenges, difficulties, great difficulties. Like that. And when there is repentance, when Gopīnātha Paṭṭanāyaka had this repentance, what did I do? I never had pure devotion for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I only had partial, conditional one. Alas, how did I spend my life? At least now, let my devotion be very complete and pure. Let me meditate upon the lotus feet of Gaurāṅga Mahaprabhu. That's all I want. He comes to that point in the final stage. So then the devotees, they don't have to do any prayaschitta for whatever sins or sinful tendencies they might have had in the past. Very powerful prayaschitta happens in the heart. When the repentance goes on, hey Bhagavān, what did I do? No, I want to worship you with pure devotion. What did I do? I wasn't pure enough. I was just looking for something else. But it is you that I want. Like that, when the repentance is going on in the heart, that itself is the greatest purification that can happen. That is atonement. That purification that happens in the heart is the greatest atonement, complete atonement. That's all has to happen in the heart. And then, of course, Gopīnātha Paṭṭanāyaka was saved when that greatest atonement, repentance has happened. So that's how we can understand from our side. Repenting, leaving it to the Lord. Pray. We are not that pure. So we pray. We pray whatever prayer that comes out naturally. We pray to Bhagavan. And then, of course, we leave it to Bhagavan. Yes, Bhagavan, this is my prayer. This is what is naturally coming out. I'm placing it at your lotus feet. So you please see. It is up to you. So during this process, there is attachment. Big attachment is happening to Bhagavan in the thought. Though our prayers are, even if it is to please save, still we are not going anywhere. We are being with Bhagavan only. Save. And at some point, if you could please, okay, somehow you take care of the situation. Somehow, whatever natural changes has to happen within us, everything will happen. But we are continuously staying with Bhagavan at the lotus feet in prayer. So that itself will take care of everything. That will be our solace, our strength, and everything during the difficult times. And Bhagavan will give whatever is needed from within. And whatever he has to, changes he has to make outside, Bhagavan will take care of it. He's beyond our comprehension. So it is with this, it is with this prayer, with this faith, the solace, and the strength, and with all these things, our life will go while we stay in conditioned life as the purification happens within. But we should pay special attention to these prayers of these purified souls. Ultimately, all of us, we belong to spiritual realm. And our natural constitutional position is being totally absorbed in the loving parts of Bhagavan in his service. That is the total disease-free natural condition for us. That prayers we have to hear more and more. Then that will give us strength and vision from it, coming from a different platform, para platform. So like that, hearing from the Bhagavatas, thinking of Bhagavan, all this Bhagavan and Bhakti and these prayers and the devotee fence around, all this, this will carry us through in the life in various situations. Like that, that's all, dear devotees. That's all from my side, Mataji and dear devotees. All yours now.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Hare.
Please accept my pranams, Mataji.
Pranams.
Mataji, today's reading about Gopīnātha Paṭṭanāyaka, especially how he undergoes changes within his mind or within his chitta to really surrender, only happens only when we are at the verge of that tough challenge.
Right.
Otherwise, the purification wouldn't happen. Actually, I was reading these lines. Many times I heard it, but today it helped me to transport into him and then feel how he was going through. And he has no other option. He knows that he will die within few minutes. But at that time, what would be the realization? Because we don't expect some challenges and life throws certain challenges. And only for the purification, all these things only because, we made mistakes. And maybe we wouldn't understand in the first initial days. But later we realize that we have to, it is just a part of purification.
Yeah.
And you explained very clearly that you have to continuously pray, and establish that connection with the Lord.
Right.
If those challenges are not there, I don't think, it is easy for us to go to God regularly and whenever possible, more and more, and cry and then pray and pray. That connection comes only when there are very big challenges, when we know that nobody in the world can solve it other than Him.
Yeah, that is the situation of the conditioned soul for us.
Yeah.
But the beautiful thing is, Mataji, when the great souls who are on a transcendental platform, when the mercy of the great souls is so beautiful, so unique, that this change that comes from within only after these great challenges, they will be, what change is coming, huh? The change is nadanam najanam na sundarim kavitam vachagadisha kami. Don't want anything from this world, dear Lord. It is all your property. You choose to do whatever you like to do. This body is your property. This body's is your property. Everything is yours. So you choose to do what you want to do with your property. But dear Lord, very kindly, let me absorb in your loving service. That's nadanam najanam na sundari. So a conditioned soul to come to this point, unnecessarily so much pain it goes through because of its entanglement, attachment to the designations and external things. It is not easy to come out of all those. That's why it's such a great difficulty for the conditioned soul. Everybody has to come out of those painful attachments. But it is so difficult because we are so attached to it. That's why it's so painful for us. But that is the general situation for the conditioned souls. And that's why until the whole arrangement is, Bhagavan is releasing us from those painful attachments. They are painful because they are all based on I and my. They will not be painful if they are based on Krishna's. So what was happening is that I and my attachment is being taken away. It means Bhagavan is detangling us from this entanglement. That we are seeing it as painful because our attachments are like that. So we perceive that as painful one. But again, all that is to come to this platform, to bring that change in the heart, like, okay, Bhagavan, only you are there for me. So as you said, those painful situations can be seen as arrangements for purification to Bhagavan. Yes, that is the understanding that we could relate to in our situation. The other understanding is this. There is other way also, where one would come, one is brought to this platform of nadanam najanam na sundarim without much pain. when there is great attachment to a sadhu, that who is liberated and is in great love with Bhagavan, voluntarily the jiva just cannot wait come to this platform, and that journey is pain-free journey, laulyam. When there is laulyam to come to this platform of loving attachment to the sadhu, guru, and Kṛṣṇa, then there is natural detachment from everything else of this world. There is no pain experienced. There is beautiful detachment that happens. So that is the power of sadhu's mercy. So that is the other thing that can happen. That's the potency of sadhu's mercy. So why wait until we feel painful as this detanglement is happening by the Lord? Why take that route? Why can't I completely lovingly surrender to Sadhu Guru, a lover of the Lord? So I get intoxicated. I get intoxicated to the loving thoughts and loving service of Bhagavan, that I don't really hanker for anything. I renounce everything, just beautifully detach from this I and my, and just let Bhagavan deal. It's Bhagavan's property. So this is a route of beautiful detachment because of intense attachment, loving attachment to Guru and Kṛṣṇa. So in these two routes, in the condition, when the conditioned soul is forced to come to this platform, it's a painful route. The other route here is get attached to a lover of Bhagavan, and you will come to this same place of liberation from this, and beyond that, not just liberation, but beyond that, and the loving attachment to Bhagavan, you will be taken to this platform when there is loving attachment to the sadhu, the lover of God. So we should pray for this other route. We should head in the direction, in this route, great attachment to the lovers of the Lord. So that love for this love in the heart should predominate. And not so much of, okay, can you do this for me? Please try to do this for me, Bhagavan. And not so much of that prayer about material entanglement or detanglement, but praise about love for you, Bhagavan, like that. So that we should invest our our thought time in this direction. It will be nice. It will be a blessing. Like that, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Yeah, actually, it opened up another dimension when you explained that. Yeah, as of today, maybe we'll be seeing this challenge. But after this is over, there'll be another misery that comes in life. So why don't we attach ourselves more and more to Guru and Gaurāṅga, and then enjoy that intoxication rather than worrying about every day there'll be new challenge, because we are in the ocean of miseries, right? Today it is one, tomorrow it will be something which will be a different situation, and again we should not go through the same pain, because yeah, thank you, Mataji, thank you so much for explaining it very effectively. The focus has to be changed to totally loving attachment with Guru and Gaurāṅga, which is pain-free journey throughout the life.
Yes. Loving attachment and filled with that consciousness, with that thoughts. Yes, Mataji. Yes, thank you.
May we attain that by constantly hearing your divine lectures, Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Kṛṣṇa.
We pray to be in Ashraya. The Ashraya is powerful, Mataji. Ashraya is shelter. It's very loving. It's causeless. And it is there and it will be there. So that's where we reside. Yes, we pray to be in the ashraya. When we say Kirtaniya Sada Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That is a prayer to be in the loving ashraya. Yes, Mataji. Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you.
Dandavad pranams.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. If nothing, we can go for the shloka.